Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
Just a couple of home games after putting up 17 runs against the Royals. The Twins put up 16 last night. They hit 7 home runs, became the first big league team to hit a home run in the first 7 innings of a game. And it gave the Twins a win last night. Later on last night, the Angels lost. So the wild card cushion now over the Angels is 2 games as the 2 teams begin play here tonight. Twins baseball presented by State Farm, the final interleague game of the year for the Twins against the San Diego Padres. And it's another beautiful night at Target Field. Dick and Bert with you for the final game of this little 2-game set with the Padres. What's been so impressive about this Twins power display that they put on lately, they have done it without their top power supplier, Miguel Sano.
Well, you know what? You look at what happened yesterday. We're talking Major League history. It's never been done before. 7 home runs in last night's ballgame. It started off with Brian Dozier. 8th time he has led off a ballgame for the Twins. In the 2nd inning, it was Polanco, a 2-run home run. Castro, a 2-home run in a 3rd-run inning. Rosario, a 2-run home run in the 4th. In the 5th, it was Castro with his 2nd one, a solo. Escobar getting into it with a solo home run in the 6th. And capping it off, a big 3-run home run by Kenny Vargas. And that was it. I mean, look at that. Again, it's never been done before. Here's a little picture that they took after the ball game. The 6 guys that hit the 7 home runs.
Pretty remarkable night, but no, you can't carry any of the runs forward to the next night. So we'll start 0-0 in just a few minutes. And Irvin Santana, who's pitched some shutouts this year, 3 of them to be exact, had a complete game against the Padres in early August. He'd like to do that again here tonight.
Marlins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Toyota. Tested, trusted, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by Ram. Go ahead, test our strength now during the Ram Power Days.
We have an interesting pitching matchup tonight. Final game of this series between the Padres and the Twins. Dinelson Lamet has been really good for the Padres. They've just not scored him many runs. And he's kind of a younger version of Ervin Santana. Both starting pitchers rely on their fastball and their slider. We expect a pitcher's duel here tonight, believe it or not, on the heels of the 17-0 romp the Twins enjoyed last night. Santana's led this pitching staff. He hopes to lead them all the way through September and into October.
The sights of St. Lots of our youth. Vintage small town fields in the bright lights of the Major League. The sound of the crack of the bat.
Santana drops a double, scoring 3 runs.
The pop of the mitt and the roar of the crowd. The feel of adrenaline after every strikeout. Or a big walk-off home run.
Going back is Bradley, it's gone! A walk-off home run for Joe Mauer!
The taste of victory.
Ervin Santana with a brilliant one-hit shutout.
But my favorite of the smells. Fresh cut grass, pine tar, and hot dog on the grill. For me, the smells symbolize my love for the game. A passion that begins as a child growing up in San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, and has continued to Target Field. They say you should take time to stop and smell the rose, but for me, I smell baseball. I'm Ervin Santana, and this is how I capture the beauty of the game I love.
And Ervin Santana has indeed led this pitching staff to the cusp of a postseason berth. There's a lot of work that has to be done yet, but Santana will have 4 more starts in the remaining 18 games starting tonight against the Padres. And the Padres hope to someday get to the postseason themselves. Andy Green in his second year as Padres manager. And Santana ready to get this game started. Manuel Margot is the leadoff batter for the Padres.
Yeah, for Santana, making his 30th start, his second against the Padres. And you mentioned before, Santana, a complete game victory against the Padres in his last start on August 2nd in San Diego.
Foul back 1-1. That was a very important game for the Twins. It was the very end of a miserable road trip. Twins struggled through Dodger Stadium, the Oakland Coliseum. They lost the first game in San Diego. Popped up. It is near the mound, and Escobar with the call and the catch, one away. And that the Twins were able to salvage something at the end of that road trip may have set the stage for what turned out to be a 20-win month of August.
Well, what Ervin Santana brings is the consistency of going deep into the ball game. Normally, a lot of quality starts for the young man. 18 of the 29 starts have been quality. Changes speeds well, trusts his fastball, got a nasty slider when he's on, and right there ends up getting the first out on a good changeup.
Asuaje will bat. And a first pitch strike.
Santana, not a big guy. They list him at 6'2", but about 175 pounds. But he utilizes that pitching rubber very well. Good slider right there. So fastball to get strike one, slider to get strike two. Got a very smooth delivery. Not a lot of herky-jerky. Just kind of sets that right foot on that pitching rubber.
Missing down and in.
And has a good follow through. That's why I think a lot of guys like Santana, he's been very durable over his career. Not a lot of injuries because he has a good mechanics of throwing that baseball. It's always been better in the second half. And he's pitched very consistent in his last 9 starts since the end of July.
Chasing an upstairs fastball, 2 down. Menard's batting order for the Padres. They were shut out last night for the 9th time this year. Margot, Asuaje, Solarte, Myers, Hector Sanchez, Corey Spangenberg, Eric Ivar, Jabari Blash, and Austin Hedges.
Yeah, the last loss that Santana has had, you have to go back to July 21st here against the Tigers. So the last 9 starts for him, 4-0 with a 3.88 ERA, and the Twins are 6-3 in those 9 starts.
Solarte with 2 down. Busted bat roller. Bauer will do it himself. And it's a quick 1-2-3 first for Ervin Santana. Support for their starting pitcher. They got more than they needed early on last night. 12-7 against the National League this season. Twins winning all 4 games against the Brewers. Another good team in the National League Central. Here's the Menards batting order for tonight's game. Brian Dozier, Joe Mauer, Jorge Polanco, Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Max Kepler back in the lineup, Eduardo Escobar, Jason Castro, and Robbie Grossman.
And the lineup facing 25-year-old Nelson Lamet. Lamet making his 19th start. He did not come up from the minor leagues until the end of May. And he's been pretty impressive so far in his first 18 starts. 7-7, very good ERA.
And he starts Brian Dozier with a fastball, strike 1. Pretty much a 2-pitch pitcher, we're told, with a really good fastball. You just saw one in a good spot at 96, and a devastating slider.
And he has been very nasty on right-handed hitters. Right-handed hitters hitting just 154 off of him. 29 hits in 188 at-bats.
Lefties with a much better opportunity. The Twins will have a whole bunch of switch hitters and left-handed hitters in the lineup. To right, retreating is Blash, still going back, and he reaches to make the catch on the warning track. 1 down.
Yeah, that slider stayed up right there, and Brian, what we have seen the second half, do a good job of take that ball the other way. That's where his home run went last night.
And the triple went out that way too in his second at bat. Here's the Northland Ford defense for the Padres. Spangenberg's in the outfield and left field. Margot, Blash, Solarte, Ibar, Suaje, and Myers, the infielders, and Austin Hedges starting behind the plate again. 1 down. That'll bring up Joe Mauer. Lamet has given up 3 earned runs or less in each of his last 9 starts, with just 3 home runs allowed in that time. So the one thing you may have picked up on the numbers at times is control drifts away from him, but he's thrown nothing but strikes so far here tonight.
Yeah, over his last 9 starts, 4 wins, 3 losses, an ERA at 2.55 over those 9 starts, and 6 of the 9 starts quality starts. And that's what the Padres are looking for. They're looking for guys to step up to be in that rotation for the years to come.
Chipped his bat, but Mauer gets a single to left nonetheless. I don't see bats do that much anymore. It used to happen pretty commonplace with the old ash bats, and Joe is one of the few players in baseball still using ash bats, but you don't see bats chip like that.
You know what? He may have used that bat for 100 at-bats. Joe doesn't get jammed much. He doesn't break a lot of bats, but right here looks like a fastball away, and Joe going that way, but watch the bat chip right there, and it's a hit for Joe. Came into the game hitting .303, 8th best in the American League.
And now Polanco hitting 3rd. When the Twins played the Padres in San Diego, it's fair to say that Polanco's career was at a bit of a crossroads. He was hardly playing 2, maybe 3 times a week, struggling offensively through a miserable month of July. And he's been one of the key reasons through August and September that this team is in position to contend for postseason play.
A lot of guys stepping up, especially a lot of the young players. Polanco, one of those young players. Those last 26 ball games, hitting .320. 9 doubles, 8 home runs, driven in 27 runs in the 26 games.
Two 2-0 to Polanco. Checked his swing, 3-0. Rosario on deck.
Yeah, his changeup, Lamet's changeup, still a work in progress. Basically fastball, sliders, you mentioned. Signed late out of the Dominican Republic when he was 21 years old. He signed June 10th of 2014. Not a lot of minor league starts, only 60 of them. But he finds himself making his 19th major league start.
A strike on the outside corner, 3-1.
Polanco, one of 8 Twins hitters with 10 or more home runs.
There's when he was drafted out of Santiago, Dominican Republic. List him at 6'4", about 190.
Driven foul, 3-2. Twins will very likely have 10 players with 10 or more home runs once Grossman hits his 10th. He's got 9. Castro's got 9. As miserable as the year was last year, the Twins had 11 players last year in double digits in home runs and hit an even 200 on the season. Full count to Polanco. Mauer at first and 1 down. Mauer goes. It's strike 3 and Mauer is tagged out. Strike him out, throw him out. We haven't seen Polanco take too many called third strikes, and the first inning ends.
Spectacular performance by Ervin Santana.
Got him. 8 razor sharp innings for Ervin Santana. Another strikeout for Ervin Santana.
What else can you say about this guy?
That's just beautiful.
Wow. Time now for our Coors Banquet Timeless Moment. It was a pivotal game for the Twins and one of the season's best for Ervin Santana. 4-hit complete game, not a shutout. He gave up a couple runs, but his 5th complete game of the year. And it started a really good month of August for Santana when he went 3-0 with an ERA of under 3. Here's Will Myers to start the 2nd inning. And there is strike 1.
Yeah, one thing about Santana too, a strike thrower. He comes into this ball game 187 2/3 innings, 2nd in the American League behind Chris Sale in innings pitched in the American League. And he's nasty to right-handers and left-handers. Opponents hitting just 223 off of Santana. Left-handers 218, right-handers 228. Now he does give up the long ball. He's given up 29 home runs.
Off the plate, 2-1.
And Will Myers, one of those guys that can hit the long ball. Likes to extend his arms. You want to throw him inside. He's about the middle of the batter's box. Castro sitting away.
Fouled at the plate.
Good movement on that pitch right there. Like a changeup.
Fouled into the dirt. I don't think the foul ball got Castro, but he got splattered with some dirt through the mask, it looked like. 2-2 to the leadoff man in the 2nd. Sanchez and Spangenberg will follow. Fouled back.
There's a good example right there. That ball out over the plate, and Myers, one of those guys, he likes to extend those arms. That ball looked like it was maybe 4 or 5 inches outside. He'll chase that breaking ball away. 163 times he has struck out.
Reaches across and pokes it into the left field corner. It will be fan interference and a double for Wil Myers. So he got the breaking ball. He just reached across and hooked it down the line for a double.
Well, you know, he's a very good hitter that likes to extend out. And another good example is we show probably that pitch back. Not a bad pitch. Take a look at the pitch right here. It looks like it's down and away, but he just reaches out and just slaps it hard down into that left field corner. For Myers, his 25th double. That's why you have to show that you will come in on him.
Hector Sanchez, the designated hitter for the Padres, takes up and away.
Sanchez, one of the catchers. Padres have 3 catchers on their squad. Sanchez, a lot of time spent with the San Francisco Giants, also the White Sox. Claimed off waivers from the White Sox back in the middle of May.
Didn't mean to, and a dribbler, and it will advance Myers to third, 1 away. Before Corey Spangenberg's at bat, let's go to Kevin Gord.
Yeah, time for our car soup scoop from the clubhouse. We'll start with Miguel Sano. Hit again today in the cage and took some swings, but not running today. Palmauer said a little bit sore, so the progress still a little slow and still no timetable on the big man. The rotation is set. Palmauer talked about he wanted to keep the rotation in place for some of the pitchers like Barrios, who goes tomorrow, Colon, who goes Friday, and Gibson, who goes Sunday. Of course, Mejia will jump in and get back into the rotation on Saturday. And Chris Jimenez, guys, he's just waiting to play second base. He pinch ran late in the game for Dozier. Went out and played left field. He said the only position he's never played in the big leagues is second base. And he was in Mauer's ear looking for that opportunity in that 16-0 game, but it didn't come.
My guess is if it doesn't happen in a 16-0 game, it's not going to happen. Swing and a miss by Spangenberg. Santana looking for a strikeout with a runner at third and 1 down. Swing and a miss again. 0-2.
Look like 2 good sliders inside.
So, swing and a miss on 1 slider, swing and a miss on a second slider.
Let's see if they go back in again.
It's that downward movement that separates his slider from most others.
You know, and that's where left-handers want it. They want it up maybe about a foot, but they will swing at that pitch right there. Just like that.
3 times for a big strikeout.
Just like that. You know, in last night's ballgame, we saw Escobar get a slider, but it stayed up and he hit it over the right field fence. Now, left-handers, they see this pitch, boy, they think they can just drive that ball, but a big strikeout there for Santana, his second of the ballgame.
2 down and Myers at third.
Those are called 3 quality pitches right there.
Well, former teammates now. Ibar facing Irvin Santana. They were together with the Angels. Missed inside, ball 1. This Padre team has shown some signs of improvement. The Twins coming off a good August. They hope September will show a winning record. This Padres team in the last 100 games, they're 50-50. Been definite signs of improvement over the course of the season. 1-0. Missed inside, a fastball, and it's 2-0. That's the issue. Run scoring. Last in the major leagues in average hits, runs. (2-0) to Eric Ibar.
They have some veterans like Ibar, Myers, but a lot of young guys getting their feet wet. one of those organizations, the Padres, they're not going to go out and spend a lot of money on free agents, even though they tried a couple years ago. That didn't work. Probably learned their lesson. So they got to start building within. I was told they're down in the minor leagues, single A, double A, some very good players, prospects that they like.
Just outside 3-1 with Jabari Blash on deck. Santana trying to pitch around the leadoff double.
Ibar against Santana, 3 hits and 12 at bats over their meetings.
Missed inside, and Santana thought he had that pitch too. There were at least 2 pitches in that plate appearance where Santana thought he had strikes.
Well, Jim Reynolds calling balls and strikes here. He's the crew chief with the umpires. Wow. And Reynolds sitting right there. Santana saying, boy, I'd like to have that one.
Had a generous strike zone last night from Lance Barrett. He's at third. Jim Reynolds, the home plate umpire tonight. Here is Jabari Blash. Ibar goes, and the ball dropped with Castro ready to pull the trigger on the throw. And a stolen base now has 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, Ibar's always been a good base stealer. He gets a good jump right there. His 8th stolen base in the 11 attempts.
For Santana, they're now 9 for 10 against him. And the pitch called a ball to boot. 1-0. Breaking ball taken for a strike. 1-1. Blash, very strikeout prone, 137 at bats, 58 strikeouts. And up and in, 2-1. Santana got through the first inning in a breeze. The leadoff double by Myers has complicated things here in the second inning. Stuck one on the outside corner at 96. Good take by Blash, and now it's a full count. Austin Hedges on deck. 30th pitch for Irvin Santana. It's the last of the second inning.
See if he goes back to that slider or the fastball.
Driven hard to center. Buxton going back. He is there to end the inning on the warning track. Blash with a blistering drive to center, but 2 are left. We're still scoreless.
story in baseball. Why not? It's got to be Cleveland. Here is Roberto Perez after the Tigers had closed within 4-3. He answers in the 7th with a little insurance run. Unbelievable run right now. 21 consecutive wins. Here's the final out of the game. Great catch by Lonnie Chisenhall. The save goes to Cody Allen. The longest ever stretch in the American League. Huge crowd for a day game, just short of 30,000. Look at the numbers here within the 21-game streak. Hard to believe their magic number in the division to clinch is down to 4. Will they ever lose again, guys?
Did you see Chisenhall keep that ball in his back pocket, kind of what Minkiewicz did when Boston won?
I did not see that.
Yeah, when Boston won their first World Series, Minkiewicz kept that baseball as Chisenhall stuffed it in his back pocket. That's a keeper right there.
Until tomorrow when they win again, and then he can throw that one away.
Yeah, but that still broke the record.
1 strike to Rosario.
The American League record, that is.
Driven to right center field. It's down for a hit. Rosario around first. He's going to try for second. The throw from Margot is not in time. It's an opening double in the 2nd for Eddie Rosario.
And he kind of overslid the bag at second base. And Ibar tried to keep the tag on him, but boy, Rosario continues to get good pitches to hit, and he did not miss this one. They're taking a look at it right here. Rosario, high fastball, splits the gap. Margot does a good job of getting to it. A one-hop throw to Ibar. And take a look right here. Rosario diving head first, pulls onto the corner, but slips. Oh.
His toe is still, I think, on the bag. And the Padres won't challenge it.
Double for his number 30 for Rosario.
And now Byron Buxton. He got a double early in the ball game last night. Corner infielders up. Nice job by Hedges smothering a pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, Hedges very good at that. At that right there, only a couple pass balls this year. Tied with Salvador Perez. So a very good receiver behind the plate.
One and 0 to Buxton. 2-0. The 16 runs last night helped. 17 runs against the Royals a week and a half ago helped too. Right now the Twins are 5th in the American League in runs scored. They're in the top 1/3 of teams in terms of runs scored. Gibson got plenty of run support to pick up his 10th win of the year last night. 2-0 to Buxton. 3-0. Kepler on deck.
Well, one thing that Lamet has been able to get is that strikeouts. 123 coming into this ball game with 98 pitches, so 98 innings, but also 45 walks.
See, the Twins haven't pitched with the Indians, but they've outscored them since August 6th. 3-0 to Byron Buxton. And takes a strike. A bemused look on Byron's face. Don't think he thought that was a strike. Or maybe he's regretting not taking a swing at it. Driven to center. Margot going back. Makes the catch. Rosario played it halfway. Won't be able to advance. So Byron stung the ball to right center field. Margot hauled it in, one away.
Yeah, I was watching Rosario. He didn't know whether to go halfway or go back, and he was kind of caught in no man's land. He thought this ball, I think, was going to go over the head, and which we probably would have scored anyway, even if he had tagged up.
Our State Farm shutout combination. And the last 2 home wins, 17-0 against the Royals and 16-0 last night. 17-0 whitewashing the largest margin of victory in a shutout in Twins history. Here's Kepler, runner at second, now 1 down. And a wave and a miss. 1 strike. This afternoon, not only did Cleveland beat Detroit to win its 21st game in a row, Yankees beat the Rays 3-2. And Chicago scored a couple of runs in the 9th to beat the Royals. Chicago took 2 out of 3 from Kansas City. And now Kansas City has to play a 4-game series in Cleveland. 1 strike to Kepler. Pick off to second and no throw there. The shortstop Ibar cut behind the runner. And on a check swing, it's a foul ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, a little cross up right there. Ibar may have given him the daylight, meaning the open glove. And Lamet threw home.
Kepler in an 0-2 hole. Inside. 1-2. Rosario with a huge secondary lead. Ibar looking in toward Hedges. And Eddie needs to be a little careful here. He's got a very smart veteran shortstop playing behind him. One and two to Kepler. In the dirt, and now Rosario will try to advance. The ball thrown down the left field line, and Rosario will score. A double, a stolen base, and an error, and the Twins are on the board.
Yeah, Hedges behind the plate, just tried to hurry his throw, and error mailed Solarte at third base. So with that big jump that Rosario had, once that ball was in the dirt, he took off right there. And then the throw over into left field. An error will be charged to the catcher. Hedges, that's his 10th error behind the plate.
And now the count 2-2 to Kepler. Pulled foul off the screen in front of the Twins dugout.
Yeah, they do not give Rosario a stolen base. They call it a wild pitch.
Okay.
And then the error on the catcher. So the wild pitch charged to Lamet. That's his 9th wild pitch. This being his 19th start.
Another 2-2 to Kepler. On the ground toward the second baseman. Asuaje has it. 2 down. And that'll bring up Eduardo Escobar. Escobar with a home run last night as a left-handed batter. Continuing a trend where he has swung the bat with the production of a Miguel Sano without Sano being in the lineup. He's filled in at third base admirably. Since Sano walked off the field on August 19th, about 3 weeks ago, Escobar has hit 7 home runs and driven in 20 runs. Those are Sano-like numbers. So if you're wondering how in the world the Twins are doing this without their most powerful bat in the lineup, you're looking at one of the big reasons. Strike taken, 1-1. "23 games the Twins have played without Sano, and in his absence, Escobar's driven in 20. 1-2.
"18 home runs, of course, a career high for Escobar. 12 of them as a left-handed hitter.
1-2. And now 2-2. Eduardo likes that high fastball, but that was even too high for him. Twins have hit some balls hard against Lamet. Warning track fly ball. A base hit in the first inning, a double, a line out here in the second inning. And Escobar taps it foul. Paul Molitor.
He'll have good hands.
Can you tell that he grew up watching Bud Grant coach the Vikings? Paul Molitor is about as stoic a manager as you're going to see in the major leagues. And Escobar strikes out to end the inning. The Padres could not cash in with their leadoff double. The Twins do, and they've got a 1-0 lead.
Celebrating Minnesota Wild Night at the ballpark, and that brings us to tomorrow, which should be outstanding. We're going to kick off Wild Training Camp with Wild Media Day, and you can be a part of it. We're going to give you a behind-the-scenes tour. We're going to get some interviews from the players and talk about some of the battles into training camp after a great regular season last year. 10 a.m. tomorrow on Fox Sports Go and FoxSportsNorth.com. And then don't forget the Wild Breakaway Run, 10K, 5K, and 1 mile run this Saturday the 16th. It benefits the Herb Brooks Foundation, and every participant gets a medal and qualifies for a chance to win 2 sweet tickets to the Wild Stars preseason game on the 30th. For details, head to FoxSportsNorth.com/events. I can't believe it, guys. 90 today in the Twin Cities, and we've got hockey next week.
Yeah, it's awesome. And Kevin, I got you down for the 10K, right?
Well, yeah, I'll be out there touring around there. I might not do it in under an hour and a half, but I'll be out there.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, good deal.
Look for the guy with the great hair.
What hair?
Austin Hedges leading off the third, taking a ball from Irvin Santana, is now pitching with a 1-0 lead. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Santana with 3 more starts after tonight's start. And the way the rotation is set and the schedule is set from here on out, those 3 starts will all occur on the road. So this is his last Target Field start of the regular season.
And it's a road where he's really pitched a lot better, making his 16th start here. He has 6 of his 15 wins here, 9 of them on the road.
Swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Santana.
It looked like he took something off that slider right there. Picks up his 3rd strikeout.
Hedges out on strikes, and now Margot, who hit a pop-up to Escobar near the mound to start the ball game.
Yeah, there's his home and road. You can see better on the road.
His next starts for the balance of the season will fall Monday night in New York, Saturday night in Detroit, and then a week from tomorrow in Cleveland. And if you're saying, well, what about those last games against Detroit? Those might be critical games, and we hope that they are. But Santana is set up purposely to pitch the wild card game on Tuesday. That could change if there is a play-in game, a game 163 on Monday. Lifted foul into the seats.
So the whole rotation from here on out is fluid. But the Twins would like to go with the 5 who are in there now, including Adalberto Mejia, and just let them go through the rest of the regular season, and hopefully things will set up well for the postseason.
Yeah, 18 games left, including tonight. So every game very, very important.
Twins have one off day left. That's on the 25th of September. 1 and 2 to Margot. Foul back. If Santana averages 6 innings per start, he would be up in the 211-212 range, which would be the most he's pitched in recent years. 2013, he pitched 211 innings for the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, his career high 228 2/3 when he was with the Angels in 2011.
Missed inside with a fastball, but you mentioned his size. You know, he 6'3", 170. He's not a big guy.
No, but you know what? He uses every ounce of his energy because he really pushes off that pitching rubber and got a great whip with that arm. And his follow through, there's no recoil. He'll always end up toward home plate. And you can see where he ranks, you know, complete games. Tied with Corey Kluber in complete games and shutouts, opponents 5th. Innings pitched 2nd. ERA 9th.
2 and 2 to Margot. Another nice job by Margot keeping the at bat alive. The Twins had Johan Santana. That was a concern for Johan Santana as he got to the end of the regular season into the postseason. Johan was not a big guy by any means. Another 2-2 coming with Asuaje on deck.
Going fastball inside.
And what a battle.
He lifted out over the plate a little bit. Even though it was 95, he fouled it straight back.
'44th pitch of the night for Santana.
A little hesitation by Santana.
Squirted foul. We saw him do that a few starts ago. And Margot got a piece of that one. Had to struggle to get through the 2nd inning.
You can almost see the smirk, the smile of what he just did. Okay, now concentrate, get back, refocus. I think he held that for about 3 seconds, maybe longer.
Missed up with the fastball.
Margot just 22 years old. He's traded to the Padres in November of 2015 from the Boston Red Sox in the Kimbrel trade.
Breaking ball locked him up.
Frozen.
And Santana, somewhere in the back of his mind, is going, why couldn't I have done that on the 4th pitch?
But you know what? That fastball inside helped set that up because it looked like a fastball and then it broke sharply over the plate. See the quick rotation, and that slider basically froze him.
2 down, and now Asuaje.
That's why it's important to pitch inside with that fastball.
Driven to right center field. That's down for a hit. That's going to be cut off by Kepler. But his throw to second base is not in time. A 2-out double for Carlos Asuaje, and that'll bring up Solarte.
Asuaje got some good speed. He's not a big guy. They list him about 5'9", about 160 pounds. He jumped on that first pitch. A double his 12th of the year.
Twins defense, the outfield together again. Rosario and left, Buxton in center, Kepler in right. Brought to you by Northland Ford, of course. Escobar, Polanco, Dozier, Mauer, the infielders. Castro behind the plate. And now Solarte. Hit a ground ball to Joe Mauer, his first time up. Takes low ball one. Been around a long time professional. Solarte, mentioned last night, first 6 years professionally in the Twins organization. And Santana misses inside, 2-0.
He was let go by the Twins in 2011.
50th pitch of the night for Irvin Santana. Tap foul. Santana had the great August, struggled in his first 2 starts in September, but they were both against the Royals. He doesn't pitch well against the Royals.
We see the pitches: 8 in the first, 22 in the second. This will be 21 here in the third.
2-1 to Yangervis Solarte. The line foul. Johnny Washington, the first base coach, with the fielding play.
Solarte coming over from the Yankee organization in his 3rd season with the Padres. They gave him a nice contract, signed till 2020.
2-2. Nice block by Castro. Now it's 3-2 with Myers on deck. Santana had a 1-2-3 first inning, but he struggled through the second. Had to pitch to 5 batters after Myers' leadoff double. A couple of strikeouts. First pitch double by Asuaje, and pitch count is mounting for the Twins right-hander. Full count to Solarte. Another weak ground ball to Mauer. The inning ends, and for the second inning in a row, Santana strands a double.
presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. Seven home runs by the Twins last night from 6 different batters. That would suggest to you that one guy hit 2 of them, and it was Jason Castro.
Yeah, Castro, a 2-run home run and a solo home run. Also added an RBI single, so very nice play night for Castro. Drove in 3 runs. Excuse me, drove in 4 runs last night. 4th time in his career he's had a 2-home-run game.
Takes a strike on the outside corner. Home runs 8 and 9 last night. Since he's been a full-time major leaguer, he's always hit at least 11 home runs in a season, including the last 2 years he was with Houston. 1-1. Last 2 years with the Astros, Castro hit .211 and .210 with 11 home runs and 31 and 32 runs batted in. All the numbers are up this year. The Twins are getting a little bit more than what the Astros got from Castro his last 2 years with them.
Yeah, Castro's best year was his first full year with the Astros when he hit .276, 18 home runs. That in 2013.
2-1 to Castro, and with a 2-1 count, Ibar, the shortstop, is way over towards second base, and Castro makes it foul. 3-2. This is where they were with a 2-1 count. And now it's 2-2. And out in front of the off-speed pitch. Down.
Yeah, good slider right there. Lamet picks up his 3rd strikeout.
Zubaz Palooza is back September 29th. The special ticket package includes a game ticket and your very own limited edition Minnesota Twins Zubaz pants. Take advantage of the special offer available exclusively at twinsbaseball.com/Zubaz. Here's Robbie Grossman. Another situation where the Twins have their designated hitter hitting 9th, which doesn't happen very often. But considering Grossman's strength is getting on base, it makes all the sense in the world for him to hopefully get on base in front of Dozier and Mauer, guys who've been pretty good run producers as of late.
Well, you know, he's got that fractured thumb that he had to deal with, but over his last 7 games since coming off the disabled list, he's hitting .440, 9 hits and 20 at-bats. Of course, very good eye at the plate.
Paul mentioned that to me today during batting practice, how when Sano comes back, if he comes back, it would be nice if he could come back after an extended stay on the DL like Grossman has. He stepped into the lineup and started hitting right away. Don't know what the chances are of that. We'll pop up behind second base. And 2 down.
Well, they got that's Solarte. Yeah, the 3rd baseman that caught that.
2 down, and now Dozier hit a warning track fly ball to right his first time up. Brian, of course, last year hit 42 home runs. He's got 30 on the year. And despite his diminished production from a year ago, still very good, obviously. Twins are on a pace right now to hit 207 home runs, which would be 7 more than they hit last year. 1-0. They are a middle of the pack team in terms of home run hitting, but as we said, 5th in the league in runs scored. 2-0. Needs to be very careful with this 2-0 pitch. Delivered it high and tight. 3-0 with Mauer on deck.
beautiful summer-like night here at Target Field. And Dozier takes a 4-pitch walk. First walk issued by Lamet. See what the Twins do with Dozier, who can steal a base. And with 2 outs, the Twins might want to get him in scoring position for Bauer.
Yeah, against Lamet, there's been 6 stolen bases in 8 attempts.
Myers holding Dozier on. Strike in the outside corner. Bauer last night in the 2nd inning got the big non-home run hit of the night, a 2-run 2-out single to left, and he got a single similar to that in the 1st inning, and then was thrown out when Polanco took a called 3rd strike and Joe was on his way to 2nd base.
First time Joe's been thrown out. Now he doesn't run a lot. Joe has 2 stolen bases, been caught 1 time.
And now 1-1. Twins stay here. They'll open up a 4-game series with the Blue Jays tomorrow night, and the Padres head to Denver, take on the Rockies. Up the middle. Lamet finds it and flips to first. Nice recovery by the pitcher, with Bauer hitting one sharply up the middle. You're watching Twins baseball, presented by State Farm.
A wild pitch right there allows Rosario to take off for 3rd, but then Hedgers throws it into left field. The only run of the ball game. 3 shutout innings so far for Irvin Santana. Both hits a double to lead off the 2nd, a 2-out double, and both times they were stranded.
The Twins bludgeoned the Padres with power last night. Some nice base running by Rosario, leading to a Twins run, and now Will Myers will lead off the 4th. Myers, Sanchez, and Spangenberg. Myers hooked a double into the left field corner to lead off the second, but only got as far as third base. Over the inside corner, strike one. Just off the corner, 1-1. Santana could use an easy inning. Missing again, 2-1.
Santana making his 45th interleague start in 44 starts, 17 wins, 13 losses, an ERA of 3.8. His 7th interleague start this year. He's 3-1 with a 3.3.
There's the inside corner, 2-2.
So basically, every time we have played an interleague team, Santana's pitched against him.
Well, they just want his bat in the lineup in the National League parks. Foul back. Has been one of the odd things of this increasingly unlikely season for the Twins. Santana's got 5 runs batted in with a couple of doubles. Or a double and a single, I should say. 2-2 to Will Myers. Checked his swing, a full count.
Or was it in San Francisco? He had that
3-run double.
3-run double.
And then he hit one over the first base bag that drove in 2 runs. Sanchez on deck. Santana's focused, trying to keep the bases clean, leading just 1-0. And a high fastball got him. 1 down.
And strikeout number 5 for Santana. So they kept everything basically away, and then he went up the ladder. And Myers chasing a pitch out of the strike zone.
And now Henry Sanchez. Get a little number in front of the plate. Santana pounced on it, threw him out for the first out of the second inning.
Just talking, Dick, about adding and subtracting. Santana does that with his slider. He'll take some off, but even that last fastball, a little bit of extra, a little 95 fastball over a 92 or 93. Just that little extra.
Breaking ball drops over. Strike one.
A slider at 81. More the changeup right there at 86.
1-1. Two and one. Just get the sense that the Padres' game plan against Santana was try to wait him out. There've been a lot of deep counts. They haven't chased that slider as often as they did in San Diego. Pulled a foul, and it's 2-2.
Sanchez has seen an 81-mile-an-hour pitch, 86, 84, then that 94.
Two. Missed low, and it's another full count. Lifted to left, very high, not very deep. Rosario for out number 2. That'll bring up Spangenberg. We're lucky to have Target Field. It's a great place to spend time with the people who are important to you. Groups of 25 or more are eligible for discounts on tickets, and per ticket fees are eliminated. Arrange your group of 25 plus today by visiting twinsbaseball.com/groups and ask about a Twins Target Field group outing.
4 games left in this homestand after tonight, then the 3 at the end of the regular season. Spangenberg struck out his first time up
on 3 sliders.
And the dirt ball 1.
And that was a big strikeout because Myers was at third base with 1 out.
And a fastball on the outside corner. We've believed that the gun here is pretty accurate. It's not hot like it is in some places. It is the same gun we had at the start of the year, and that's maybe more important. What we're seeing from Santana, the same velocity we saw in April. 95. I think he's touched 96 a couple of times tonight. 1 and 2. Missed upstairs. 2 and 2.
He's already thrown more pitches tonight than he did in his start in Kansas City, where he went 5 innings through 67 pitches. Came out after 5.
And now another full count. Ibar on deck. '72nd pitch of the night coming up for Irvin Santana. Pulled on the ground. Bauer with a nice play. He'll go to the bag. And Santana has his 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. Be the 3, 4, and 5 batters for the Twins. Our Sanford health injury report, just when you think things couldn't get any worse for the Tigers. Michael Fulmer had season-ending surgery. It wasn't Tommy John surgery. They were kind of rerouting his ulnar nerve, from what I understand. And one of the hopes for the Tigers down the road is shut down for the year.
Yeah, with Verlander gone, you know, of course, you got to look. Twins have 7 games left with the Tigers.
After tonight, nearly half the schedule is going to be played against the Tigers. Here is Polanco to lead off the 4th inning for the Twins. Polanco called out on strikes with Bauer on the move with 2 strikes. Joe was thrown out easily at second, and now Polanco takes a strike. Big game, other game for Twins fans is the Angel game. They are hosting Houston. That game will get started in about 45 minutes. That's to center, and a base hit for Polanco. And that'll bring up Rosario.
Yeah, that breaking ball right there stayed down. Polanco went down and hit it sharply up the middle. Third hit for the Twins. Second time they've led off an inning with a base hit. Rosario's double in the second. Good piece of hitting right there, just staying back and making good contact up the middle.
Rosario led off the second with a double. Went to third alertly on a pitch in the dirt. Scored on a throwing error for the only run of the game so far.
Yeah, he got a high fastball and just smoked it out to right center.
.477 at bats and 54 extra base hits, including his 30th double earlier tonight. Backhanded by Hedges, and he bluffs a throw to first.
Yeah, nice play by Hedges right there.
Remember the start of the year, Rosario was hitting at the bottom of the order. This has been a batting order all year long that's been very fluid, to say the least.
I think what we're seeing is these young players really developing and growing up and having the confidence now at every at bat. They're not giving too many at bats away.
Polanco dives back.
You see where Myers is. He's off the bag, maybe a couple 2 or 3 feet. And what he wants that pitcher to do is throw it over toward the first base side so he can kind of backhand the potential base stealer.
Catch the throw and drop the glove down by the bag.
Behind him. Yep.
Up and away, 2-0. Paul Molitor commended Rosario today during batting practice, saying he's getting better in terms of taking pitches. Not always reflected in a high number of walks, although he does have 30 of those. But he has found himself more and more in counts like this. This is, again, a pretty dangerous pitch by Lamet to a guy who loves to hunt fastballs.
I think last year we saw, Rosario strike out 1 every 3 at bats, and now it's like 1 every 5 at bats. So making better contact.
Outside, 3-0.
And another good take.
Coming into the year, 788 at bats and 27 walks. And the way things are going for Rosario and the Twins right now, pretty good bet that he's green lighted here. Takes a strike on the outside corner.
You can be green lighted, but it's got to be a pitch to your liking, probably more for him middle in, that he can pull over that right field fence. That ball looked like it was out over the plate a little bit.
In or eye high, for
for him,
whatever Eddie likes. 3-1. And there's ball 4. So the inning starts with a single, now a walk, and Buxton will come up with 2 men aboard.
Well, Lamet walks his second batter. He walked Dozier last inning, but with 2 outs. Here, nobody out.
Byron hit a blistering line drive to center field in the second inning. But in this situation here, you wonder whether he might not drop down a bunt. He's fast enough to beat out a sacrifice and get a hit.
And Myers, being a first baseman that's a right-handed thrower, wouldn't be a bad idea if he's going to bunt, is just push it toward him. Because he pushes it toward him, he may beat it out.
If Byron was completely healthy, maybe not, but you have to remember his left hand is still giving him some trouble. And the Padres are playing in on the corners, anticipating a possible bunt. Rosario can get a huge lead at first base.
Buxton has 5 sacrifices on the year.
Bunted it foul, 1 strike.
It looked like he was going to bunt toward first base right there. Ideally, situations like this, you'd like to bunt it to third base and make Solarte come in, and that kind of opens up the back door for Polanco to go to third. Well, you can see Ibar right there saying, hey, if Meyer's going to charge, you have to take that third baseline, because Lamet right there was running toward the first baseline after the ball. So the play that is on by the Padres, Ibar kind of taking charge right there, the veteran.
And it might not be the same play. I mean, trying to get everybody's attention there. 1 strike to Buxton. Pulled the bat back, 1-1. He squared, pulled the bat back.
Yeah, Doug Eddings at first base. The umpire said he did not jab at it. Looked like a slider down and away.
Takes ball 2. Hedges doesn't catch it. It's a fastball that rattled out of his mitt. 2-1.
It may have been crossed up right there.
Looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, watch the catcher right here. He's looking slider, and luckily he's able to knock that ball down.
Fox strikes presented by Ram.
Ooh. He's lucky that ball didn't rattle off his chest protector or his mask. More of a fastball situation for a young pitcher. See if Paul Molitor takes the bunt off.
He's trying to capitalize after the leadoff single and follow-up walk.
Myers at first base, really in on the grass.
Swinging away but taking, and it's 3-1. And if Myers was chewing gum, he may have swallowed his.
He's still playing there.
60 feet away from home plate. 3-1.
Well, the Mets got to come in with a pitch right here. He's missed with the sliders. Ooh, good swing.
A 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Now 3-2. It took a shot, and Buxton got the fastball where he wanted it, just missed it.
Now Lamet threw a 3-2 breaking ball to Polanco in the first inning that Joe Mauer ended up getting thrown out. I don't know if he's got enough confidence to throw it here. We'll find out.
Swung on a miss.
He does.
Ball. 1 down.
A good slider right there. Lamet picks up a big strikeout, his 4th.
And that'll bring up Kepler with 2 on and 1 out.
So 3-1 fastball, then the slider.
Kepler with a ground ball to second his first time up. Just need to get something out of this opportunity they've created for themselves. Strike over the inside corner.
Kepler's first at bat, every pitch seemed to be inside. Fastballs in, sliders in, that fastball inside.
One strike to Kepler. Missed inside. 1-1. Got great production from the bottom of their order in a lot of games. And now the 5th through 9th spots are combined 0 for 6. Looking for a big hit here from Kepler.
on the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
Good slider there.
Speed on the bases. Twins would like to see Polanco and Rosario start running here. One and two. Driven to left, or center rather. Margot is there. He's going to fire back to second, and Polanco gets back safely. A line drive to center for out number 2, and that'll bring up Escobar.
Yeah, and Margot was shading him a little bit to left center, so he was right there. Made a nice running catch for the second out. Kepler hit it sharply, but Margot catching that line drive.
Twins fans, if you can't catch the games on TV, you can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app. Take Fox Sports North and Twins baseball with you wherever you go. Well, the Twins need a big hit here from Escobar. He's provided a bunch of them over the last 3 weeks. A single, a walk, but then a strikeout and a lineout.
A little 2-out hitting here by the Twins.
Big pop-up center field, and Margot underneath it. And a nice job by Lamet pitching out of the jam. As we head to the 5th, it's still 1-0. Fans of the game, they came out to watch 16 runs again tonight. They're going to go home disappointed.
Well, you said this could be a pitcher's duel, and so far it is. A 1-0 Twins lead.
We'd heard good things about Lamet, and we expected good things from Irvin Santana. When the Twins beat the Kansas City Royals here in the last homestand 17-0, they lost the next game 5-4. And so we'll see how this plays out here. Eric Ibar to lead off the 5th. For the Padres, facing Irvin Santana, who's about to throw his 73rd pitch. This one lifted to left, and Santana will take all of those
yes,
he can get.
Just going to say that's exactly what he needs right there. He walked Ibar in the 2nd inning, and that's what you want, some quick outs, like he did in the first when he only threw 8 pitches to get 3 outs.
Jabari Blash with 1 down. He hit a liner to Buxton on the warning track with a couple of runners aboard in the 2nd inning.
Fastball on the outside corner.
Yeah, you know what? Normally, I think we see the outfield playing pretty shallow, but with this guy up, they're playing pretty deep. Look at Buxton out in center.
We've commented regularly about how shallow the Twins try to play in the outfield, but that's about as deep as we've seen Byron play this year.
Right. Kepler in right a little bit. He's a little closer than Rosario and Buxton. So the scouting report, a lot of deep fly balls, I assume, off his bat.
There's a lazy one to right. Kepler coming in about 10 steps. 2 down. That'll bring up Hedges.
3 pitches, 2 outs.
Might get a complete game after all. Hedges struck out swinging his first time up against Santana. Breaking ball over, strike 1.
Yeah, Hedges 25 years old. He's in his 3rd season with the Padres. Grew up in Southern California. Signed by the Padres, their number 2 pick in 2011.
Up and away, 1-1. Foul back. 1-2. Santana has given up just 2 hits. They've both been doubles. Leadoff double in the second, a 2-out double in the third. Looking to retire his 7th straight batter. That's strike 3. At least Castro reacted like it was. And he's going to tag the batter. And that's a strikeout. Andy Green's going to come out. Castro reacted right away like he just fanned on the pitch. And Andy Green's going to check with Jim Reynolds. The batter Hedges stood there like he thought he foul tipped the ball.
Well, let's see where the pitch is. It's away. Looked like Castro just
thumbed it.
Yeah, right there. It didn't look like any contact by Hedges.
Let's listen. Well, I heard 1 tick.
And more the glove,
which is presumably where and when it hit Castro's glove. So it's a strikeout and a 1-2 3/5 and a 1-0 Twins lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
for a big winner's circle presentation. Minnesota Lottery, the scratch-off tickets, and why not? 30 years. David, Audrey, Minnetonka. That's where I live now. Got to keep in the hometown. 30 years, guys. What's the secret? Because I know if you're big sports fans, you've got a lot of passion. You're fighting over the clicker. How do you make it 30 years?
How do you make it, David?
Commitment and hard work and love.
And give in to me all the time.
Absolutely.
The women always win, right, Bert? They're going to get circled by our guy, Bert Blyleven. They're going to get 100 scratch-off tickets. Congratulations. 30 years, guys. Let's hope the Twins get a win for you. Big round of applause. Very nice. The fans are great here. Yes.
Very nice. 30 years. Very nice. You were both here by circle.
Strike one on the outside corner to Jason Castro, starting the 5th inning.
Yeah, she just wasn't circled. Both of them were.
As it should be.
Yes.
When two become one,
yes,
one circle should be sufficient.
Sufficient, yes.
Castro bunts it foul. As the shift that we told you about in his 3rd inning is a bit extreme and very inviting if you're a left-handed batter and want to put one down on the ground.
Yeah, why not try it right there?
Leading off an inning.
Yeah, we've seen Joe Mauer try that. He's been successful a couple times.
2 strikes. Castro probably will be swinging away.
He struck out on that slider down and in.
Pulled foul.
Like that. That time he fouled it off.
Seattle's leading Texas 3-0 bottom of the 5th inning in Arlington, and that kind of helps the Twins, although the two teams are separated by only a half game. But the Royals have already lost. They're back below 500. Tampa Bay lost. They're 3 games below 500. If the Twins win this game and the Angels lose, they'll have a 3-game lead for the 2nd wild card spot. Castro, big cut. Got a hittable pitch, and he fouled it straight back. As advertised, Dinelson Lamet has been really good. There's the wild card setup with some play today already completed this afternoon. Chop to the right side. Myers scoops. 1 away.
Yeah, it looks to me like Lamet has 2 different type of sliders. That one looked like it went more straight down, almost like a curveball type rotation. Then he has that Santana type slider that he'll throw to the back foot of the, say, a left-handed hitter. Take a look at this breaking ball right here. Yeah, that's almost a curveball.
Here's Grossman.
It's a ground ball out.
Hit a pop-up behind second base his first time up. Another pop-up, this one spinning back into the seats. Bobby Grossman stepped back to the active roster, been very productive. And he's facing the same shift Castro was. Hit high to center. Margot is back. Out number 2. No 5 in a row set down by Lamet.
Got a lot of fly ball outs. Only 2 ground ball outs so far by the Twins. 6 ground ball outs, but there's, 3 ground ball outs, 6 fly ball outs.
Brian Dozier 0 for 1 with a walk. Last night hit his 30th home run. And second baseman, who are going to hit 30 home runs, are pretty rare in consecutive years. A Hall of Famer, Alfonso Soriano, Utley, Ugla, and now Dozier. Breaking ball over for a strike. Rolled to third. Solarte has it. Another 1-2-3 inning for Lamet, and it's still 1-0. Fox Sports North is presented by State Farm. Here to help life go right with the home and auto protection you deserve. Santana's been good tonight through 5 shutout innings.
Well, of course, he throws that fastball, but his just slider that is nasty. We talked about it looks like a fastball, then it just drops straight down. That ball left up a little bit, but all in all, good rotation. See all the velocity between 83 and 86. 6 strikeouts for Santana, 5 shutout innings. 80 pitches thrown. He had a quick 5th inning, only 8 pitches.
Margot to lead things off in the 6th, and there's a strike on the outside corner.
There's a slider right there.
Suaje and Solarte will follow. And a looper to right and down for a hit, a leadoff single, just the 3rd hit for the Padres. But the tying runs aboard now for Suaje.
Yeah, ball left up a little bit, and Margot just softly hit it into right. Now we saw the strike 1 slider, but then here's another one that kind of stayed up.
Suaje struck out in the 1st, doubled in the 3rd.
You take the bunt away from this guy too. Escobar in on the grass.
Twins were in a bunting situation in the bottom of the 5th, but Buxton, the only time he actually tried to bunt the ball, fouled it, then swung away and struck out.
Yeah, Suave has 4 sacrifices.
Throw to first to see whether Suaje would betray his intentions. Fouled away, where last night's starter Kyle Gibson's ability to get a ground ball double play is a weapon that he takes out to the mound with him, much less so for Ervin Santana. He's only got 7 ground ball double plays. Gibson's got 3 times that many with fewer innings. One strike to Suaje. Padres trying to steal one. Paul Molitor's was concerned about this game tonight after the romp last night. Much tighter ball game tonight. Suaje takes just off the plate, 1-1. Santana thought he had it.
Well, Wood last night, their starter, just didn't have much. The Twins kind of jumped all over him. But here tonight, Lamet pitched very well.
Orioles kept their flickering playoff hopes alive. They just beat Toronto 2-1, ending a 6-game losing streak. Slow bouncer to second. Dozier looks at second, flips to first, and they're going to. Dozier's claiming that the ball hit the runner. Brian Dozier's claiming that Margot made contact with the ball.
Well, slowly hit.
Oh, I don't think it came close. At least I assume that's what Brian was complaining about. I'll take another look.
Yeah, but you'll see a lot of runners right there try to get into the line of where that ball's headed.
Did it kick off his heel, maybe?
More off his front foot right there, the left foot.
Watch the heel right there off the spike, and you could see, or could we see, the rotation of the baseball change a little bit.
It would be right. Well, nothing showed there.
On that angle, it looked like it was a clear play. One down, runner at second. So I'm not sure what Brian thought he saw, but the Twins aren't challenging anything. Tying run at second for Solarte. He's hit 2 ground balls to Joe Mauer. Double hit, just 1 strike.
Yeah, everything's really been in on Solarte. The fastball that jammed him, that he hit that ground ball to Joe, and then his first at bat hit a slider to Mauer, down and in.
High fly to right. Kepler will have time to camp under it. The catch, the bluff tag, 2 down. Kepler drilling his throw right to the shortstop, 2 down. Watch the drive to the pennant with MLB.TV every night on every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout, other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
You know, Dick, that's a good point you made. You know, as for youngsters out there, you don't try to airmail that ball, as Neil Allen comes out to talk to Santana maybe about this at bat with Myers. But Kepler did that right. I mean, he got behind it and he threw the ball back into the infield. He's not trying to throw the ball in the air to Escobar at third. And he showed off his arm too. He's got a good cannon out there in right field. All our outfielders do.
You know, runners look at that too. Does an outfielder get in position to make a throw, or is he retreating a little bit? Harder to throw when you're backpedaling. Absolutely. Well, a strategy session from Neil Allen. It was Myers who hit the leadoff double in the second, and then Santana struck him out with a letter high fastball. The Twins are trying to get 1 more out of Irvin Santana here. The pitch count approaching 90. Down and away, ball 1.
You got left-handed hitter Hector Sanchez on deck. This might determine how they go about their business right here, what this pitch does.
2-0 with the base open. Trevor Hildenberger getting loose. Let's see what Myers gets on 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner, a slider.
Well, yeah, a couple 8-pitch innings, the first and the fifth, but then 22, 23, 19. He had 11 so far, coming here this inning. Total of 90. In his complete game against the Padres. Back on August 2nd, he threw 110 pitches.
Jack swing.
Meyer went. Yep.
2-2. I think those days are gone, don't you? Having a starter this time of year. I'm not reflecting on, you know, the different era in which you pitched, but I don't think there are going to be too many starters going past 110.
Well, I think that's why Gibson came out last night. You know, I think he threw 74 pitches.
2-2 to Will Myers.
And really Santana's last start.
3-2.
Santana's last start in Kansas City, he threw only 67 pitches.
Tight ball game here tonight. Santana trying to preserve a 1-run lead.
Now, do you go slider again, or do you go with that high fastball that struck him out in his last at bat?
3-2 to Will Myers. Got him with the slider. 6 shutout innings for Irvin Santana. Presented by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Grand Casino. The best stories start here. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Paul Molitor congratulating Irvin Santana. Looks like his night's done after 6 shutout innings.
Yeah, 93 pitches, 59 strikes for Santana.
And now Joe Mauer will lead off the 6th against Dinelson Lamet. Back to the glove of Lamet, but he can't handle it, and Mauer will reach.
That's the second time that Joe Mauer hit a ball back to Lamet. Lamet in the 3rd inning kind of used his foot to knock it down. Little skate save and threw out Joe. This one, I think it ricocheted off his glove.
And rolled to the feet of Ibar and then stomped on it like it was a snake.
Yeah, he took the glove out there and ricocheted off the glove, which of course slowed it down. So an infield base hit for Joe, his 2nd of the ball game. 4th hit for the Twins. Step on it. Yeah.
Here's Polanco, singled his last time up. Two hits tonight for Mauer. Twins only have 4. There's a rolled bunt just onto the grass, and Polanco in a sacrifice has retired Mauer to second base.
Tell you what, one thing we have seen from Polanco, that guy can bunt.
Yep.
He does a good job when asked to bunt. That ball's out a little bit further. He may have bunted for a base hit, but Hedges jumps out there, and it'll be a sacrifice bunt for Polanco. Squaring around, deadening the ball. Makes Hedges go out, have to barehand it, and then get the out at first base. Mauer at second.
Textbook style for bunting.
Yeah, Polanco with his 7th sacrifice.
And now Rosario, who has doubled and walked. Up high with a breaking ball. Rosario rifled a double to right center field his first time up. And drew a 4-pitch walk in the 4th. Fouled back.
Boy, good swing right there.
Santana looking for a little more run support, maybe picking up his 16th win of the year tonight. 1-1. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. Like the looks of Dinelson Lamet. Padres are counting on him being a front of the rotation guy. Jhoulys Chacin, who kind of shut down the Twins at San Diego earlier in August, and this guy got a pretty nice 1-2 punch. 1-2 to Rosario. Chopper right side. Mauer to third, but it's the 2nd out now, and Buxton to the plate.
Yeah, Lamet 7 wins, 7 losses in his rookie season, making his 19th start. But I think we touched on his last 3 starts, all quality starts. He gave up, pitched 18 innings, 6 innings in his last 3 starts, only 4 earned runs allowed. But he's 0-2 in those starts.
Been given no run support again tonight. Buxton lined out to center, struck out in the 4th. Taken for ball 1.
pitch.
Yep. Sometimes it's not where the catcher catches, is it? It's where it crosses the plate.
And there's a strike to even the count. He's got some run support in those 7 wins. 1-1 to Buxton. Foul over the roof of the Twins dugout, and it's 1-2.
Well, the young man is allowed 3 earned runs or less in 14 of his 18 starts. So that's not bad.
Including his last 9. I mean, nobody's put a big number up against him. The Twins scored 16 last night. Lucky to scratch across the 1 run they've got. 1-2 to Buxton. Got him with a breaking ball. And Lamet strands Mauer at third. Still 1-0 Twins. And you're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm.
Milwaukee, one of the best in baseball. Andrew McCutchen in the first inning takes it deep to left center field. His 200th career home run. Just 4th time in franchise history that a player has reached that plateau. Look at the list and see Clemente and Willie Stargell at the top with 475. Pretty special. That's now 532 extra base hits, 7th in club history. Some solid company, guys, for Andrew McCutchen. The Brewers, though, needing those wins to chase down the Cubs on top of that game. 5-1 about halfway through.
Yeah. Brewers 2.5 games behind the Cubs, just 2 games behind the Cardinals. Trevor Hildenberger going to come in now in the 7th inning, trying to protect a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Trevor getting called up, making his 30th relief appearance. 35 1/3 innings, given up 30 hits in those 35 1/3 innings. Only 4 walks, 1 of those intentional, with 36 strikeouts.
Hector Sanchez, the first man he'll face, then Corey Spangenberg and Eric Ibar. It floats over the inside corner, strike 1. A bit of a challenge, one would think, for the Padres, trying to contend with the changeup of Trevor Hildenberger. 1-1. Foul back.
Right. More over the top fastball right there, and that's what we've seen from Trevor. He'll go down underneath and then once in a while try to sneak that fastball by that hitter.
And there's plenty of fastball there. That's 92 miles per hour. Now 1-2. They're underway in Anaheim. Game 2 between the Astros and the Angels. High fly, left center field. Rosario
backpedaling, making the catch, one away. That'll bring up Spangenberg.
Yeah, Hildenberger coming into this outing, his last 8 appearances has allowed just 4 hits and no walks, while striking out 8 in 9 scoreless innings.
Spangenberg with a strikeout and a ground ball to Mauer. Bunt and a beauty. Hildenberger flips from his glove to Mauer. Great play by Trevor Hildenberger. With his motion, he ends up on the third base side of the pitching mound. On that half of the mound, he made a great recovery to get to that ball.
Oh, take a look right here. Watch the bunt taken, and then using his glove, flipping it over to Mauer for a quick out. So a nice play by the pitcher. Boy, if you're a pitcher that can field your position, very, very important.
Perfectly done by Hildenberger. 2 down, and now Ibar. Outside, ball 1. You know, we talked about
Dick. His foot ends up toward third, but he's pretty even. He's not like, you know, running over toward the third baseline when he does land.
To Mauer, and
nice
he'll go to the bag, and Hildenberger didn't even work up a sweat to get the 3 outs of the 7th.
You know, sometimes you don't win a ball game with home runs. You do it by good base running, and that wild pitch right there, Rosario got a good jump and took off for third base. The throw into left field that scored the run, and Irvin Santana 6 shutout innings, gave up only 3 hits, a couple doubles and a single, 7 strikeouts.
And now we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Max Kepler will lead things off. Hit the ball hard his last time up against Lamet.
Yeah, Lamet out there, 83 pitches, 54 for strikes. He's getting ahead in the count, 16 of 21 first pitch strikes.
The way they work interleague play, the Twins won't see the Padres again, and presumably Lamet for 3 years. I think that's just fine with them. This guy looks like he's going to be a really good pitcher. Kepler drives it to the right field corner, down for a hit. Blash retrieves, and Kepler held to a single. Blash with a really good retrieve in the corner.
Did a great job right there cutting that ball off. But Kepler getting his first hit, the 5th hit of the ball game for the Twins. And it's another leadoff hit, 3rd time in 7 innings the Twins have led an inning off with a base hit. Fastball 95. Kepler opening up.
Fox strikes presented by Carrier.
Flash getting there quickly, spins and gets it back in.
Here's Escobar, 0 for 2. Sometimes the best defensive plays don't record an out, and that might be a really big play. Instead of a leadoff double, there's a throw to first, and it looks like Andy Green's going to make a move here with Lamet. Frustrating for the young man because he's pitched awfully well again here tonight, and his lineup hasn't given him one run of support.
Sometimes it's not how you pitch, it's when you pitch. But this young man, great effort here tonight. 6+ innings, and he leaves the ball game down 1-0.
They're rebuilding in San Diego, and their pitching staff may be rebuilt around Nelson Lamet. Donations to be able to provide disaster relief immediately, help people affected by Hurricanes Harvey and Irma by visiting redcross.org or texting the word Red Cross to 90999 and make a $10 donation. Eduardo Escobar now will hit right-handed. The guy has done a really good job for the Padres coming out of their bullpen.
Yeah,
Buddy Baumann.
Baumann coming out. Now he spent about 3 months on a disabled list from the start of the season on the DL, activated July 22nd with some left shoulder issues, but look at the numbers. Very, very good. Only 7 hits allowed in 13 innings. Has walked 6, but 2 intentional with 15 strikeouts.
Similar situation in the 6th inning, and Polanco laid down a bunt. Don't know whether Escobar will be asked to or not. Padres aren't expecting it after the leadoff single. Fastball on the outside corner.
Fastball, slider, changeup. Baumann features.
Kepler's single to start the 7th, the 4th leadoff hit for the Twins tonight. They've only scored the 1 run after Rosario's leadoff double. Right back to the pitcher, who falls down, and Escobar will reach. Baumann slipped on the mound, and the ball hit him. It could have been a double play if he'd have been able to keep his feet.
Well, the ball hit back to him, and Baumann basically was going to go after it, but he slipped. Take a look right here. Ball hit back. He's going to react, but his feet just went out from underneath him. The ball ends up hitting him.
If it hadn't, there would have been at least 1 out.
Yep.
Took a tough fall. That was right. Fell right back on the left shoulder blade. Ouch. But had he not deflected the ball, it was headed right for a Suaje. So a weird hit, probably the oddest of Escobar's season. The Twins now have runners at first and second with nobody out. And left-hand batting Jason Castro might be asked to bunt. Castro is struck out and grounded to first.
Castro has one sacrifice on the year.
Greg Stammen warming up. Myers is starting this pitch 60 feet from home plate.
Well, don't bunt it to him.
Castro got hit by the pitch. Now, did he offer at the bunt attempt?
He's taking his pad off.
And they are awarding him first base. And Andy Green's going to come out and say, "You got to be kidding me." He offered at it.
Well, the pitch was up and in or inside. Take a look at the pitch.
No, he never offered.
Oh, he tried to just get out of the way.
But did the ball hit him or the bat? Well, kind of on the back of the hand, it looked like. Bases loaded, nobody out, and here's Grossman with the infield in. Ball one. Here's Baumann, who hardly gives up any hits. And a ground ball was hit back in his direction. It hits him and rolls to the grass for a scratch single. And then he hits Castro with the next pitch, and they're loaded with nobody out. Rolling away, but not very far from Hedges. And it's 2-0.
So Gene Glenn talking to Kepler right there. Watch the line drive, making sure it gets through the infield as far as a ball in the air.
Foul, and it's 2-1. Good pitch. Just foul tipped it. Grounded to short. They'll come home. Force play there. Throw to first. They're going to say a double play. It may be challenged. Nice play by Ibar on his backhand side. He was able to field it. We'll see whether the Twins challenge the out call at first.
Well, Ibar won a Gold Glove when he was with the Angels. Always sure-handed at short. With the infield in, you can see the hop right there, but a quick relay over to Hedges and then a relay over to Myers. Myers, ball in the glove. Yep, double play. Wow.
Second and third, 2 down. And Stammen will come in to face Brian Dozier. The Twins with a great opportunity here in the 7th, but a big double play has crippled their chances.
The defense of the Padres won't let that happen. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
How long that at bats sits with Robbie Grossman will depend what Brian Dozier could do against Craig Stammen.
Stammen coming over from the most of his time with the Washington Nationals in his first season with the Padres, making his 54th relief appearance.
Dozier tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. Strike one. You're always talking about teammates picking one another up, and a great chance for Dozier here to deliver a hit and increase the chances of Robbie Grossman getting a good night's sleep tonight.
Stammen missed most of last year. He had right elbow surgery, rebounding nicely. Fastball, slider, changeup. Dozier got a slider for strike one.
There's a strike two.
A fastball.
Somewhat of a shift, although now with 2 strikes, Asuaje is on the first base side of second base, but not by much. 0-2 to Brian Dozier. Just off the plate. 1-2. One and two. 2-2.
Stammen, 33 years old, 6'4", 230.
Foul tip. Stung Hedges, got him in the bare hand. Angels have jumped out early on the Astros 2-0 in the first inning. And now Stammen wants to talk to Hedges. Twins had the bases loaded, nobody out here in the 7th. Ibar turned a nifty double play. Started one.
Well, you have first base open here, but you have Joe Mauer on deck too.
Dozier trying to find some outfield grass. Got him. And the Twins leave 2 aboard and still are clinging to a 1-0 lead.
Series at Target Field tonight. Tomorrow, the Twins return to the American League. I'm Anthony LaFante inside Mall of America studio. It's the Twins and the Blue Jays in the first of a 4-game series tomorrow night on Fox Sports North. Join Hanny and the Rev for Twins Live starting at 6:30. First pitch from Target Field at 7 o'clock. Now let's go back to the ballpark.
1-0 here. The Twins have had a bunch of leadoff hits, been unable to do anything with most of them. Trevor Hildenberger threw just a handful of pitches in a 1-2-3 seventh. He'll face Jabari Blash, Austin Hedges, and Manuel Margot.
Yeah, 7 pitches, got 3 quick outs for Hildenberger.
Way out in front, strike 1. Meanwhile, the Angels jumped on Mike Fiers, who is starting for the Astros tonight. Lance McCullers Jr. with a dead arm, not something you want to have in September. And they can put 5 runs up in the first inning against Fiers. 1-1. Taylor Rogers getting loose. Twins had an off day on Monday. Hildenberger, Rogers, Belisle, all with a couple of days off. 1-1 to Blash. Half swing. 2-1.
Doug Edding says no.
Called strike 2-2.
That baby just floats in there. 77 miles an hour. Of course, as a hitter, you know, it counts in your favor. Looking maybe fastball.
Fastball missed outside. 3-2. Santana walked 1 man over 6 innings. Got him.
Well, one thing about Hildenberger, he is a strike thrower. Looked like a sinker right there, down and in, and Bash a strikeout victim.
The sink on that ball.
Mm-hmm. Only 3 unintentional walks in now 37 innings pitched.
So up and down this roster, you've seen players emerge here from early August on, and I don't know that anybody has grabbed the opportunity any better than Hildenberger has. Ball 1. As the Twins have fed him more significant outs and innings to get, he's gotten them. High fly, left center field. Rosario going back to the wall. And it's a tie game. A home run for Austin Hedges. And it's 1 apiece.
One thing Hedges has, even though that average is just above 200, he has power. That's his 17th home run of the year. And it looked like a breaking ball, stayed right there. And it's a 1-1 ball game. Location, location, location. And this ball stayed right down the middle of the plate. Hedges, give him credit, he waited back, got it airborne.
Now outside a ball. Margot singled his last time up, got as far as second base. Outside 2-0. Twins with a great opportunity in the bottom of the 7th, and you can almost sense that Padres were going to score a run. 3-0 with Aswaje on deck.
Come on, Hilbert. Come on.
And a 4-pitch walk. Something that Hildenberger doesn't do very often, as you detailed. And now Taylor Rogers is going to come in here with 1 out and the go-ahead run at first. Hedges with a dramatic home run to tie the game.
And the next pitcher or the next batter walked on 4 pitches, and Rogers will come in with 1 out in the 8th. By State Farm. Minnesota Wild are back tomorrow. Kickoff training camp with Wild Media Day in St. Paul. Kevin Gorg will be your guide for a behind-the-scenes look at Media Day from the XL Energy Center. He'll be easy to recognize. He'll be the guy with the name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Kevin." Minnesota's coming off its best regular season ever. There are plenty of camp battles to watch. Say hello to some old friends tomorrow morning. Festivities begin at 10 a.m. on Fox Sports Go and FoxSportsNorth.com.
You know, I really wish everybody would wear a name tag. Meet so many people you'd like to remember their names. Well, Taylor Rogers, I know this guy, making his 63rd relief appearance.
Well, here is Aswahe facing Rogers with the go-ahead run at first. Fastball burns the outside corner. Aswahe doubled with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Pull shift on for Aswahe. Outside, and it's 1-1.
A couple fastballs.
Breaking ball missing it. It's 2-1. Buznitz getting loose.
There's another guy that's taken advantage of an opportunity.
Rogers might be asked just to get Aswahe with Solarte, a right-handed batter, due up next. Solarte actually a switch hitter, but he's a much better left-handed batter than righty. 2-1. Grounder. Dozier flips. There's one. Relay not in time. But the Twins do get the lead runner. An awkward play when you're in a shift like that. And Dozier went to the ball, and Polanco correctly went to the bag.
Yeah, both of them went right because Polanco was over on the second base side. So it was Polanco that had to retreat to second and get the force out.
But it does require, you know, Polanco to get a read on where this ball is hit and whether Brian can get to it.
Yeah, look right here. Brian's going after it, but watch Polanco now. He's got to go to second base. Suave too quick down that line, stays out of the double play.
Solarte a much better left-handed batter than right-handed batter, so the Twins will leave Rogers in here. In the first pitch, a fastball up and away.
Solarte hitting just 194 as a right-handed hitter. One home run of the 16 he's hit.
There's a strike. Outfield playing very deep, trying to cut off any possible doubles. 1-1. Just missed the inside corner. No win tonight for Irvin Santana, even though he gave the Twins 6 shutout innings. Hildenberger with a rare hiccup, giving up a game-tying home run. Driven to right, but foul, and it's 2-2. Two and two to Solarte. Driven to right, a base hit. Kepler will get it and fire it back in. First and third, and the go-ahead run now 90 feet away. And Will Myers will bat. And that likely will be the end of the night for Taylor Rogers.
Yeah, fastball up. Solarte just going with it and hits it down that right field line. Paul Molitor coming out as Buznitz been warming up.
And now with first and third and 2 down, Alan Buznitz will try to get Will Myers, with the Padres threatening to take their first lead of the series.
First, 2 outs. Will Myers up at the plate. He'll be facing Alan Buznitz. Buznitz making his 21st relief appearance. 24 2/3 innings, giving up only 16 hits, 17 strikeouts.
Faced the Padres in early August, gave up a home run. He's hoping to get the final out here, get the Twins off the field in a tie game. Joe Mauer lined up to lead off the bottom of the 8th. But the Padres have tied it on the Hedges home run. Now a walk and a single, and put runners at first and third, and the cleanup batter coming up.
Buznitz with a fastball, curveball.
Big swing. And a big miss.
95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Myers with a double in the second and a pair of swinging strikeouts. One strike to Myers. Breaking ball, bounced wide of third. 0-2.
Heading to count 0-2.
Fly ball right field. Kepler comes in. Buznitz gets the biggest out of his major league career.
Stay with us directly after the game for Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll take a look at why Santana for Minnesota and Lamet for San Diego were so doggone good in this game. We'll bring you inside the clubhouse and hear from manager Paul Molitor to break down this series and preview the next one. And fans, for you, a special treat. Head to the Fox Sports North Facebook page. There you will find Prism Research's Twins Final Pitch. We'll recap this series. We'll preview that Toronto series. All kinds of great access to Twins baseball right there at the Fox Sports North Facebook page. But the fans want to go there and they want to celebrate a win. So guys, we need to run right here and we need to run right now.
I like it. Thank you, Kevin. We're going to have to do it against Kirby Yates coming into the ball game. He started the season with the Angels, got traded over to the Padres in April. And Yates making his 56th relief appearance. 79 strikeouts, 19 walks. He's got a split finger along with a fastball, slider, and curveball.
Face a lefty and two switch hitters, starting with Mauer. And first pitch strike. Mauer with 2 of the 6 Twins hits, both singles.
Yates pitched a couple years with the Tampa Bay Rays, Yankees last year.
Down and away, 1-1.
The younger brother of Tyler Yates, who pitched for the Mets, Braves, and the Pirates for about 5 seasons. He was a relief pitcher back in the 2004 to 2009.
2-1.
$19 walks, 2 intentional, and 50 in the third innings.
Strike called, and it's 2-2.
And Hedges kind of framed that fastball. Looked like it was a bit outside.
Polanco will hit next, then Rosario. The Yates will have to face 3 left-handed batters with the switch hitter in the middle. Swung on, missed. Now we're striking out, 1 away.
And Yates picking up his 80th strikeout in 50 2/3 innings.
2018 season tickets are on sale. In addition to securing your spot for the 2018 season, you'll be guaranteed postseason tickets for this year. And you'll also receive 4 tickets good for any remaining regular season home game this year. Don't miss an inning of postseason play and experience exclusive sweet spot benefits like 10% off food and beverage at Target Field. For more info, go to twinsbaseball.com/season tickets. Here is Polanco, 1 for 2 with a sacrifice. Grounded right side, fielded by Suaje, safe at first. Polanco beat it out. He nearly beat out his bunt in the 6th inning. And the Padres will take a look at it.
Now Suaje had to go all the way out towards short right field to field this ball. You see where he starts off at. By the time he gets it, spins around. A bang-bang play at first base, but Doug Eddings said that Polanco beat the throw.
Very close. Padres won't challenge it. And here is Rosario. Doubled and scored back in the 2nd inning. Twins plastered the ball all over Target Field here last night, and even the hits they've been getting have been kind of scratch singles, most of them. Rosario with a ringing double, his first time up. Popped up, foul ball that will reach the seats. 1 strike.
Well, welcome to the game of baseball. You're going to look like world beaters one night, and then the next night, you know, it all comes down to good pitching, and Lamet kind of held him within check.
He won't take the loss, which is good because he didn't deserve the loss. And similarly, Santana won't get the win with the Hedges game-tying home run. 1 strike to Rosario. Fouled off the mask of Hedges, and it's 0-2.
Jim Reynolds, the crew chief right there, talking to Hedges. Hey, you okay?
Talked about Rosario's high percentage of extra base hits. That's why Polanco isn't budging from first base here, at least not yet. 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2.
That might have been the split finger right there.
Might get the 9th inning regardless of whether the Twins take the lead or not. They'd like to hand him a save opportunity. One and 2 to Rosario. And what you were talking about before, the way Myers sets up, the tag is intended to be in the midsection, not on the fingertips. He's trying to tag the torso of the runner before his hand touches the base.
He kind of moves out with that base runner. It's like he wants to steal second.
Rosario lifts a lazy fly to left. Spangenberg with the catch, 2 down.
Yeah, something off speed right there, and it created that fly ball out. So second out of the inning. Now Polanco at first base. He has 10 stolen bases in 15 attempts.
Buxton will hit, looking for his first hit. He hit a line drive to center field, really hit the ball hard for the first out of the second inning, and since he struck out twice.
Twins need a gapper right here.
Myers with a more conventional position at first base, actually holding the runner. Buxton squares, and he'll get a bunt single. Popped it up. Now first and second, 2 away for Kepler.
And Solarte at first base, pretty upset at himself. He's kind of walking around like, I should have been there. I should have not allowed him to try to bunt. Buxton right there, and then if you watch Solarte's reaction, wow, darn it, I should have been there. Don't know what he'd been able to get Buxton in his speed, but
Padres are going to bring in a left-hander to face Kepler. Brad Hand, the Twin Cities native, will come in, and we'll see whether Kepler bats against Hand or whether the Twins make a move with the go-ahead run at second. Buxton with a bunt single, 2 aboard with 2 out. Ray Adrianza is going to hit for Max Kepler against Chaska's Brad Hand.
Hand, very good numbers on the year, making his 66th relief appearance. He made 82 for the Padres last year in his first season, coming over from the Marlins. Got a report on Brad Hand. He's got a 4 and 2-seam fastball. Means a sinking fastball, a slider, curveball. Made the All-Star team this year for the Padres.
Adrianza hitting for Kepler, who had gone 1 for 3. Adrianza hitting over 300 from this side of the plate.
And 1 for 9 as a pinch hitter.
Fastball on the outside corner. People were surprised, some even stunned, that Hand stayed with the Padres after the trading deadline. You see the splits for Adrianza. Been a much more productive hitter than the Twins anticipated when they claimed him. One strike. Taken inside, 1-1. Paul Molitor said, who would have thought that he'd be seeing more time in the outfield than the infield. He's become, instead of a utility infielder, he's become a utility outfielder, principally in left field. One and one to Adrianza. Checked his swing. 2-1.
Two big hard breaking balls right there. Hand graduated from Chaska High School. Signed by the Marlins. Out of Chaska High School.
Two and one to Adrianza. Three and one. Escobar on deck. Up the middle, Ibar fields, fires to first, and the inning ends, and we head to the ninth in a tie game. Registration for Feed My Starving Children's pack at the park is closed, but you can still support Feed My Starving Children and provide 56 meals to starving children across the world with the purchase of this Feed My Starving Children t-shirt. Visit fmsc.org. Get yours today. Adrianza is in left field with Rosario moving over to right. Kepler, of course, out of the ball game. Buznitz, who got a big out to get the Twins off the field in the eighth, will try to get at least one here in the ninth. Sanchez, Spangenberg, and Ibar, the scheduled hitters.
Up and away, ball one. Off the end of the bat. Short center field. Polanco running out. Can't make the play. It drops in front of Buxton for a pop fly single, and Sanchez is aboard.
Yeah, Buxton was playing very deep. That ball right off the end of the bat. And Polanco's the only one that maybe could have caught that ball. Kind of landed in no man's land.
Jose Perella has got some hand issues, but he's going to pinch run for Sanchez.
You see where Buxton's playing, and by the time he got in, nobody could get it. So Sanchez picks up his first hit and his pinch run for.
Perella running. And now Spangenberg will bat. Spangenberg, a left-handed batter. Remember, the Twins have already used Taylor Rogers. And while there are 4 other lefties out there, they are Glenn Perkins, Gabriel Moya, Buddy Boshears, and Nick Turley. So Paul Molitor letting it ride here with Buznitz. And what might be a bunting situation, Spangenberg is 0 for 3. Oh, they thought they had the corner, but it's called ball one. 1-0 to Spangenberg. Angels continue to lead the Astros 5-0. That game in the top of the 4th inning in Anaheim. Missing, it's 2-0. To Spangenberg. Swing and a miss. He tried to untie the game. Buznitz pitched an inning in San Diego, gave up a 2-run home run to Austin Hedges. And tonight Hedges has homered again to tie this game at 1. Runner goes. Castro's throw is high. The tag dropped down. He's out. Great play by Polanco. A high throw. He had to reach over his head to pull it down.
Castro made a good strong throw, and Polanco, yeah, he had to reach up, and a nice quick tag by Polanco.
That's a wonderful play by Polanco.
Yep.
In a key spot. The pitch was a strike. It's 2-2 to Spangenberg. Dribbled foul. So Perella put into the game to steal a base or run the bases at least. And he is taken off the bases. Castro to Polanco. Another 2-2 to Spangenberg. Driven to right and a base hit. Spangenberg is aboard with a 1-out single. Buznitz, who got the last out of the 8th, giving up a couple of hits here in the 9th. And that'll bring up Eric Ibar. Belisle is warmed up. Twins, I think, Paul Molitor at least wanting to let Buznitz try to work his way out of this 9th inning. No more save opportunities in a tie game, of course, as the home team. Spangenberg has 11 steals and 13 tries. Pirela was 4 for 6. Down and in, ball 1. One and 0 to Ibar. Strike taken at the knee.
A good curveball there. Ibar, a tough guy to double up. He's hitting in all 5 double plays. That's it.
Two and 1. Or excuse me, Buznitz, nice job there. A long hold, and then he stepped off, just breaking up the tempo with his pitches. Dribbled foul, another breaking ball, and it's 2 and 2. Ibar can be struck out. And 297 at bats. He's fanned 51 times. Foul with a fastball and a piece of it. Another 2-2 to Ibar. Rolled foul.
Ibar, one of those veterans that they expect to kind of bring a winning attitude into San Diego. A pesky little hitter, always has been when he was with the Angels. Buznitz trying to put him away here.
2 and 2. I think that was Ibar.
Yeah, watch out, my knees.
And now it's a full count, and Spangenberg very likely is going to take off. Runner goes, and it's tapped foul. Buznitz has given up just a 167 average to left-handed batters.
This will be pitch number 9 in this at bat.
Full count, and a throw to first. Spangenberg back.
Full count to Eric Ibar. That's ball 4. Castro thought it was strike 3. Ibar has worked a walk, first and second, 1 away.
And here comes Paul Molitor.
Jabari Blash will bat.
Let's take a look at his fastball. Not a high breaking ball.
And it was high. So Buznitz doesn't retire a batter here in the 9th after getting that big out in the 8th. He'll come out with 1 out, runners at first and second, and the veteran Belisle will try to keep this a 1-1 game. The game with a home run in the 8th inning, and now in the 9th, Jabari Blash will step up against Matt Belisle, hoping to give the Padres their first lead of this series.
Yeah, Matt now the closer, but not in this situation. Just get the Twins out of this inning, making his 57th relief appearance. 51 strikeouts in the 53 2/3 innings pitched. See if he can get a ground ball right here. Got to be hit sharply. Flash pretty quick.
Blash tonight, a line out, a fly ball, and a strikeout. He has struck out 59 times in 140 at bats. Belisle not necessarily a strikeout pitcher.
How about one pitch double play?
Over the inside corner with a breaking ball.
Yeah, Matt has all 4 pitches: fastball, the curveball, then the slider, and a changeup.
If you're nervous, if you're tense, if you're biting your nails, get used to it. It's only going to get worse. One strike to Blash. Taken outside, 1-1.
There's a slider right there, and Blash stayed off of it. That's the ground ball type slider.
One and one. 2-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 2-2.
Yeah, good slider right there. Took something off at 82 miles an hour. Good spot.
Fly ball, center field. 2 away. And now Hedges. Strikeouts are nice, but that served the same purpose. Yep. No advance. 2 down, and now Hedges will bat. He tied the game with a home run against Trevor Hildenberger in the 8th.
Hildenberger just left a breaking ball up, and Hedges' 17th home run. As you mentioned, he had a home run in San Diego against the Twins, but this one here tonight tied it at 1 apiece.
Struck out his first 2 times up. Belisle trying to get the Twins off the field in a 1-1 game. Swing and a miss. By Castro, 1-1. Provided Belisle can get Hedges, the biggest play of this inning was the throw out at second base after the leadoff single. 1-1 to Hedges. Popped him up. Buxton coming in. And the Twins will go for their 4th walk-off win of the year. It'll be the bottom third of the lineup due up. Going back is Bradley. It's gone. A walk-off home run for Joe Mauer. A liner to left. Gordon with the catch. Mauer coming home, and the Twins win it. Yes. Bases loaded. 2 out for Max Kepler. Inside, and they hit him. And the Twins will walk off with a hit batter. Twins have been a good team. They got 75 wins. You'd think there'd be 6 or 7 walk-offs mixed into the wins, and there have been only 3. A hit, a fly ball, and a hit batter. Eduardo Escobar will lead off the 9th against Brad Hand. Strike on the outside corner. The way things have been going, the Twins get a walk-off tonight. It might be catcher's interference.
Whatever it takes.
Escobar simply trying to get aboard. Castro would hit next. Checked his swing, 1-1. Escobar with a single his last time up. The scheduled batters, Escobar, Castro, and Grossman. Dozier would hit fourth. Two and one. Three and one. Bench players for the Twins: Granite, Vargas, Goodrum, Jimenez, and Garver.
And with 20 walks in 72 and a third innings.
Chopper to short. Easy play for Ibar. Throws him out, one down. On a 3-1 pitch, Escobar taps out. And that'll bring up Castro. Castro tried to bunt. Well, he was intending to bunt. He got hit by the first pitch. The Twins had a bases loaded situation with nobody out and didn't score. Holding a 1-0 lead at the time, then Hedges hit his game-tying home run. Castro with a strikeout, a ground out, and the hit by pitch. Over for strike one. Castro's actually hit left-handers at a nearly 300 clip, 293.
He's got one hit against Hand over their meetings, and that was a double.
At the knees, and it's 0-2. Vargas ready for his opportunity. Popped up near the mound. And Myers with the catch, 2 down. And Robbie Grossman will come up. Grossman has been stewing about his 7th inning at bat ever since it happened. Padres had the infield in, and Grossman hit a 2-hopper to the backhand side of Ibar, who made a nice play. But it was a 6-2-3 double play. And Dozier struck out, and the threat was over.
Yeah, Ibar made a nice play, good throw home. Then a relay to first, just nipped Grossman at first.
Checked his swing. Did he go? Nope. Ball one.
Line foul, 1-1. Grossman hitting for a little bit higher average from this side of the plate, but not nearly as much power. Over 100 at bats as a right-handed batter. Just the 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. Does have 7 doubles. 8 of his 9 home runs from the other side of the plate. Two and 1.
Man's got that big sweeping breaking ball along with a fastball at 94, 95. There are the numbers for Robbie.
He can, however, simply get aboard and give Dozier a chance against the left-hander. 2 and 1. Three and 1. And fell behind Escobar 3 and 1 and got him on a ground ball. Dozier hitting .320 against left-handed pitching. Popped up down the right field line, and it will reach the seats. 3 and 2. And got the last out of the 8th, trying to get all 3 of them here in the 9th. Full count to Robbie Grossman. Got him with a fastball. And we're headed to extra innings, tied at 1. Final game of this series. Blue Jays come to town on tomorrow night to open up a series, and then Friday it's Big Sexy Night. You can purchase your tickets through the special ticket package and receive a game ticket plus an exclusive Big Sexy t-shirt. Visit twinsbaseball.com/Big Sexy and get your tickets today.
How about that? You can wear the shirt and watch them pitch.
Matt Belisle got a couple of big outs to keep this a 1-1 ball game. He would like to keep the bases empty. He'll be facing the top of the Padre batting order, starting with Margot.
A guy you want to keep off the bases because of his potential speed. So See the extra innings. Twins playing just their 5th extra inning ball game.
Margot, Asuaje, and Solarte. Outside, ball 1. Angels leading the Astros 8-0. It's in the 5th inning. So it looks like the Angels are going to win tonight. So the Twins would need to win this game to stay 2 games ahead of Los Angeles. There's a strike, 1-1. On the ground to Polanco. Just to rocket it over there because Margot flies down the line, 1 away.
Tell you what, that ball came up on Polanco a little bit, but he stayed with it.
1 down. Let's go to Kevin Gorg.
He's still here?
Oh, I'm still here, guys. Still hoping for good news. Twins were looking for a win tonight and help out in L.A. And, well, Dick referenced it. It's not gone well early for the Astros, who the Twins were certainly cheering for. This is Luis Valbuena, his 20th of the year. That made it 5-0 in the first, and the Angels weren't done there. They added 3 more in the second. It was a fight. They might have stopped it already, for crying out loud. It's 8-0 early. Maybe the Astros can score 9 late. Who knows?
If anybody can, the way they were swinging the bats the first half of the year, it's probably the Astros. Valbuena, after the home run, flipped his bat, and then there was, you know, a retaliatory pitch over his head. Both benches were warned, and all sorts of nonsense was going on.
Well, hopefully it wasn't over his head.
Dozier backs up, fields the first hop. 2 down.
2 quick outs for Matt Belisle.
And now Solarte. Twins will send up the top of the order in the 10th. Belisle hoping to get them there in a tie game. You know, regarding the Toronto series, starts tomorrow. Marcus Stroman pitched a good ball game for the Blue Jays tonight. So the Twins will have a 4-game series with Toronto and won't have to face the Blue Jay ace.
It'll be left-hander Brett Anderson tomorrow night against Jose Barrios.
Twins to catch a couple lefties. Jay Happ going to start also. There's strike 1 to Solarte. Brad Hand may be done. Phil Maton may be next. Foul back, 2 strikes.
And Matt doesn't want to leave that pitch where he just left it. So Solarte fouled it off. Oh, belt high away. Ahead in the count, 0-2. Santana pitched him in a lot.
Fly ball right field, right to Rosario.
Good job.
5 up, 5 down for Belisle. Brian Dozier will lead things off in the 10th as the Twins hope to pick one up in extras.
Jorge Polanco due up. And Dozier taking a look at the new pitcher's windup and delivery. Phil Maton coming in. He's a right-hander. He's given up 8 home runs on the year in 36 1/3 innings.
Yeah, 3-0 out of that bullpen in 39 relief appearances. 36 strikeouts in 36 1/3 innings. Maton with a fastball, good fastball, curveball, and a changeup.
In the first 7 innings, the Twins had their leadoff man on via a hit in 4 of those, but only scored the 1 run. Love to get the leadoff man on here in the 10th. Dozier, as you know, quite capable of sending us home with 1 swing. Strike 1. Give these Padre relievers one thing, they throw strikes. Yep. They come in and throw strike 1 right away, get ahead of the hitters.
Yeah, Maton, just 24 years old, out of Paducah, Kentucky. You know who's out of Paducah, Kentucky?
Phil Roof.
Phil Roof. Yeah.
1-1.
And Phil Roof and his wife Deb are coming up this weekend. They'll be here.
1-1 to Dozier.
Ton also has a little cutter.
Dozier chases, and it's 1-2.
That might have been it right there.
Up high, 2-2. Dozier with a warning track fly ball to right field in the first. He walked in the third. Since then, a ground ball and a strikeout. Strikeout stranding a couple of runners in scoring position. Two and 2. Breaking ball locked him up 1 away.
After those cutters, he drops that curveball in and picks up a strikeout.
The only walk-off hit the Twins have came off the bat of Joe Mauer, his first ever walk-off home run. And against Matt Barnes, who gave one up to Max Kepler the year before here at Target Field.
I want to see that tonight.
Strike 1. Two hits for Mauer, 2 singles. Swing and a foul, and it's 0-2. Don't see it happen very often. Pretty good little breeze blowing in from the plaza. Joe's not a pull hitter anyway. If anything, it's blowing out to left. That might aid him. Two strikes to Mauer. Polanco on deck. Drill to center. His 3rd hit of the night. And there's a man aboard with 1 out.
Well, Maton left the pitch up, and Joe lined it in the center. Twins pick up their 9th hit. For Mauer, his 3rd. High fastball. So Joe at first base with 1 out.
Polanco delivered the sacrifice fly we showed you that was hit to left fielder Alex Gordon. He has 2 hits.
And a sacrifice tonight. Outside, ball one. One and 0 to Polanco. Checked his swing, took a strike.
Maton signed in 2015. He got here quickly, less than 3 years to the big leagues. Played his college ball out of Louisiana Tech.
Crazy game of baseball last night. The Twins hit 7 home runs. They hit doubles, triples, whatever they wanted to hit, they hit last night. And tonight, their only run scoring on a throwing error. Trying to build a threat here in the 10th. 2-1 to Polanco. 3-1. Rosario on deck.
Should get a hittable pitch here.
Popped up behind third. Solarte struggling a bit, making the catch, 2 away, and that'll bring up Rosario. Well, the Twins, who smashed everything thrown to them last night, have had so many favorable counts. Escobar in a 3-1 pitch last inning, bounced out to short.
Pitch inside, and that created the pop-up. Good pitch right there by Maton.
And now Rosario drilled a double to right center field and scored the run for the Twins back in the 2nd inning. I'm going to make a call here.
You got a home run?
I got Rosario hitting a home run.
Wouldn't that be nice? He's had a couple pitches throughout this ball game that he's fouled straight back.
One and 0 to Rosario. 2-0. If we play more, Dylan G will pitch. Two and 0 to Eddie Rosario. A drive to right. It is gone.
Good call, partner.
Dramatic win for the Twins, 3-1.
Home run number 23 for Eddie Rosario, and is a big one.
And the Twins will maintain at least a 2-game lead in the wild card race.
Got the count in his favor, got a fastball right down Broadway. Will it stay fair? It did. Deep into the night.
Yes, it was.
419 feet they measure that home run.
Kevin Gorg, after a dramatic Twins win, has got the hitting hero.
Yeah, they're chanting Eddie here through Target Field. First off, 3-1 pitch. What are you thinking right there? What are you looking for?
I want to try to pitch inside. I want to try to finish the game. I feel good in the home plate in the Salvada. I want to try to hard contact.
You got a young team. You got a team right now playing for a playoff position. The town is buzzing about the Minnesota Twins. What's it feel like to be the hero right there at home plate with the bubble gum and the Gatorade?
I feel awesome. I feel when I play, I want to try to go to the postseason. That's it. That's my word. That's my dream.
You guys put 16 on the board last night. Tonight you face a pitcher that's awfully tough, much more difficult to scratch out runs. How'd you guys stay with it and believe you could get it done late here?
It's good day for the both team, the pitcher. It's a little difficult, but it win the game. That's the only is happening is I need.
Late in the season, these games mean more. They matter more. How much do you start to believe that you might be a team of destiny when you win a game the way you just did, Eddie?
¿Qué significa es un juego así, que lo ganas así de esta manera y un equipo que es como un destino? Esto es el destino del equipo. ¿Cómo se siente?
I feel awesome, man. It's my dream. I want to try to go to the postseason. This team job. Y desea mucho de que nosotros vayamos para playoff.
All we can say is we really enjoyed watching you do that. Congratulations. You won't soon forget being the walk-off hero of the night, wet all the way home. Way to go.
Thank you so much. Thank you, fans, for the support today.
Tom Hanneman, these young kids are starting to believe it might happen. Rosario gets it done in walk-off fashion tonight.
Kevin, Eddie Rosario rips a 2-run walk-off blast over 420 feet, and the Twins sitting pretty tonight. An extra inning win in walk-off fashion, given the date and situation. Could be the Twins' biggest win of the season so far. Many more to go. Up next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll look at Eddie Rosario's walk-off winner and hear from his manager, Paul Molitor.